One of the requirements of EGR 393 for many students is a site visit. This visit can be counted as your final presentation or final project. Obviously, site visits depend on a lot. Where you're located, what else is going on during the course of that semester, if we're available to come out and visit, how many students are in your region, companies that we're really interested in developing relationships, those kinds of things are who we visit. And that'll all be explained pretty specifically to you in an email, but I want to give you a rough idea of what a site visit really is. So a site visit for one student can last anywhere from 45 to 90 minutes. Our intent is to see what you're doing on the job. Share with us a project that you're working on. If you're working in a plant or a manufacturing facility, you can certainly take us on a tour. One of my favorite things is when I went to visit a student at Dow once, and I was literally on top of a storage tank in the middle of a tank field. It was an amazing experience for me. I'm sure it was an amazing experience for the chemical engineer that was working at Dow. I've gotten to see cars made from beginning to end at Honda. I've been through a nuclear power plant, all things that are just super cool. And having the opportunity to do those really enhances my ability to do my job. So we love to do site visits. We would love to do all of them for all of you. But again, sometimes we have 500 students in the course for a semester, and site visits to everybody just aren't possible. A little structure for the site visit. First of all, you should request it early on. You should make sure that you have some specific information about when you're starting and when you're ending, as far as your experience. Schedule a time when your supervisor is available. It's really great for us to sit down and talk 5, 10, 15 minutes with your supervisor or potentially a mentor to just talk about what you're doing on your experience, things they like about you, things that you have done for them. Hearing their perspective also helps us. Potentially you could schedule a time with HR or the co-op coordinator so we could really, again, reestablish connections, make sure that we have a solid relationship with that company. If it's a company we've never worked with before, that gives us a heads up to get another student in there. And if it's a company that we've been around a long time, it might be a new supervisor, it might be a new mentor. All of that helps us to continue to grow our relationships with employers for future students. When you request the site visit, you should provide directions, your street address, and a cell phone number so that we can reach you once we're scheduled. If we get behind, if we don't know where we're going, that's usually me. Those kinds of things, you know, give us what we would need. Make sure you have clearance. Many companies require pre-clearance. You need to be on a list. Make sure all of that happens so that when I walk in there or Kyle or Garth walk in, they're not denied access because you didn't get the appropriate clearance. If there's specific equipment, I tend to wear sandals all the time, especially in the summer. Most cases we need to have closed-toed shoes. Make sure that we are aware of that. Many companies obviously provide hard hats and safety glasses, but anything that you think that we should be aware of, wearing long pants, no jewelry, those kinds of things, just make sure that we know all of that so that when we come to visit you, it's smooth and we don't have to do any hoop jumping at the last minute to make it happen.